today, especially my supervisor, Sandy Huron. My name is Shelley Long, and I'm completing my internship at the Polk Museum of Art, which has been a very educational experience for me so far. These are the three women I work with mostly on a day-to-day basis. The woman on the left is Lisa, who is the membership coordinator, and she keeps us entertained with stories of her three girls. Pal, who pretty much does everything, is the woman next to her. She let me work on a bunch of projects for Gala, which she was in charge of, and livens up the office with her sassy personality. And then, of course, there's Sandy, my lovely boss, who, yes, is wearing a blanket, as it is colder than Antarctica in that office. I keep a Snuggie handy at my desk. Sandy received her Bachelor's of Art in Journalism from the University of North Carolina, and she is currently the Public Relations and Marketing Manager at the Polk Museum of Art. Before that, she worked at none other than our very own Florida Southern College. She was the publications editor of the Alumni magazine, and before that, she was the magazine editor at the Ledger. Fun fact, she gave Lori Walker of Lori Walker Communications a job at the Ledger. Sandy is kind of a big deal. On my first day of work, Sandy gave me a tour of the museum as well as basic rules, as a museum has many different regulations than your typical workforce. The rest of my training continues every day. Sandy reviews my work and provides me with helpful suggestions on how I can improve it. She also helps with technical problems. Just last week, she showed me the proper way to kick the copier when it's being temperamental. I have developed 3 short-term goals. The first, to improve my writing skills. The second, to practice designing ads. And the third, to learn how to fact-check. I've accomplished these goals by writing multiple press releases, creating many types of ads for different events, and calling many different media companies in the surrounding areas to make sure the information we had was up to date for an upcoming FPRA event that Sandy is a part of. I have developed 2 long-term goals which I am currently working on. The first is to gain an understanding of the day-to-day workings of a career in the public relations field, and the second is to explore different forms of communication and learn which ones are proper for different situations. This is an example of my first work sample, which is the first assignment Sandy gave me on my first day of work. As daunting as this task seemed, press releases are now second nature to me. These 2 examples are from Gala. The first one on the left is an example of one of the many auction signs I designed that went with the auction items. The second one, on the right, looks harmless, but when you cut over 300 of them around that arch, it is not so harmless. This is a front and back vertical brochure, which I created for Lisa, the membership coordinator, which includes both the reciprocal benefits and the internal ones. I have been able to use my InDesign and Illustrator skills, which I have learned from my typography class and desktop publishing almost daily at my work turn. This is an e-newsletter which I wrote and sent out to over 1,000 people. When we looked at the statistics, this newsletter had the highest rate of opens ever. There are many things I have learned from my internship. Not only have I seen the variety of projects you get to work with, but the erraticness of it all. It's never boring, and each day brings something new and different. Sandy has taught me so much about commas, especially the unnecessary Oxford comma, planning ahead, which she does by using a 4-month calendar on her wall, which helps her keep track of deadlines, as they can sneak up on you, and many times you are working on multiple projects at once. And collaborating with others, which she does by having multiple people in the office look over her work to make sure everyone is on the same page and that everything is correct. Not only have I learned a whole lot more than I thought possible about the PR field in my short 2 months here so far, but I've gotten to see so much of the behind-the-scenes workings in the museum. I was able to help set up for Gala, which was a blast, and I was able to watch them set up the new exhibit, which is on view right now. It is so much fun working here because you never know what beautiful artwork you'll find downstairs, as it is constantly changing. As my internship has continued, Sandy has given me more responsibility, and 2 weeks ago she told me I could individually work on the fashion show. It was really exciting to me as I've been looking forward to the show since she first mentioned it. I am currently working on the different ads for the event, and this is an example of a digital ad I created for the Lakeland Chamber newsletter. I have already created the invites, which we sent out over 1,400 of them, the response card, and the news release. I'm looking forward to more projects similar to this as my internship continues. Before this internship, I was questioning whether or not I chose the right major. But I am confident now that I have, and I am very excited to be heading out into the workforce in a few short months when I graduate. I plan on working in the public relations field, hopefully in an environment similar to the one I am in now, as I love getting to go to work there every day. I have already learned so much in my internship, and I look forward to learning even more as it continues. I also plan on completing my goals, and of course, going to the fashion show. I want to thank you all again for coming today, especially Sandy.